Welcome to a special edition of Comic Book Creation Live. This is just me tonight. I'm going to be illustrating some of Albatross Junction, issue number 1. This is a comic book that's going to come out on October 1st this year. Going to get issues number 1 and 2 in a volume 1. That's coming out October 1st. I'm still illustrating issue number 1. The page I've got tonight, I just want to do a little bit of work. I just want to do a little more too. It's not quite finished yet. So I'll show you what that looks like. This is a page where got a monster from our universe here. Mundo, what's going on, buddy? Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I did a little more since the last show. Same page. I need to do a little more on this page here. Realize there's like a little more work than meets the eye on this one. Oh, you working on that, Saber? Oh yeah, I looked at that picture. If you're still having trouble with that NeoPixel connection, what I think you should do is, if you have any little strips left over from when you made your blade, maybe try to connect from the board directly to your blade and the positive, negative, and data, and see if you get your little like mini strip to light up, little partial strip. And if it does light up, go back to the emitter portion that you showed me the pictures of, and make sure, like, I could tell maybe is there some little hairs, maybe is there little hairs crossing over on some pads? That would be bad. That gives me issues. I'm working through an awful, awful issue right now. I thought I was totally done with this Saber, my friend Saber. And you wouldn't believe that tonight when I fired it up after wiring it up for the second full round, it works and it lights up, but there's this issue where you can still get light. Like me and Harris have come across this one other time. You could still get light, but it's like dim. And the reason it's dim is because the L pads aren't properly connected. And so I have to go back in and check my L pads, which are like the negatives. And if one of them is missing its little leg on a little tiny chip, or if one of them is missing something or a wire's touching, oh, forget about it. It doesn't, it might light up, but it's not going to light up right. So like something I learned just right in the beginning of the NeoPixel stuff was it's really, really finicky. It's not as easy to hook up at first as like a regular LED lightsaber. Regular LED lightsaber is like pretty forgiving. The NeoPixel is not forgiving. It's pretty annoying sometimes because you have to like backtrack and look where your problems are. The nice thing about it is there's only 3 wires. Oh, what's going on, Steve? Yeah, I think this one will look crazy because like the way the lighting's going to be, I think it's going to look pretty cool colored. What are you guys watching as far as like, were you home today? Were you watching anything on TV? I was watching Netflix. I was watching, as I was doing some work, I was watching All American Season 2, which is something I watched Season 1 a few months ago. It's like a high school football show, but it's kind of funny that like all the people in it that are supposed to be in high school like literally look like they're 30 years old. So it's kind of got that old 80s vibe of portraying high school as using actors that look like, to me, they're 28 or 30 years old. Like some of these football players literally look like they're 31 years old, but they're supposed to be on the high school team. So. But I like it because it's kind of like drama, and they have like a little soap opera going where they kind of treat it like, I think it's a CW show. Is by the time it gets to Netflix, it came from the CW or something. But it's kind of like a goofy soap opera-y type of thing where, but it kind of gets real every now and again, where you know someone's going to get like shot or get killed at some point. Oh, the Avengers Endgame. Monopoly on PS4 against bots. That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, I'm working on those shrouds. Those shrouds are looking pretty good. Yeah, all it takes from there with those shrouds is just like handwork, like just playing with it with your sandpaper, different like grits and sandpaper. That's actually the fun part, although it can kind of get a little bit like messy, like finger wise and stuff. Fingers like turn black playing with that. Best to use gloves, but like nowadays you're probably saving the rubber gloves for something else. Oof, Mundo's essential personnel. Oh, that's so rough. Yeah, Kevin's wife's a nurse, and she's going in all the time too. She can't stop. Oh yeah, when you spray, it's like spray paint on the metal. Another cool thing which you're probably doing when you like weather it is like taking some sandpaper to the paint after it's dry and kind of taking off some of the paint, and then you get these like layered effects of whatever's underneath. Yeah, and then like what sometimes when you're saying about the sandpaper there on the shroud is that I found when you spray paint, like let's say with a gloss paint or some kind of like lacquered finish, and then you take off a little bit with a fine grit sandpaper, it becomes like a different color, and it also becomes like a different finish. It becomes like maybe more like an eggshell, or you can get it to look like a matte finish after you sand it a little bit. This is like the main monster in our story, Albatross Junction. This is the Dybbuk, which is like a beast of alien genetics, kind of like a Hulk. That's hard to kill. Kind of can't burn them really. Can't really do anything like that. But he's a monster. We joke that he's got beautiful hair. Trying to make his hair stand out a little bit, even though like this whole creature is kind of like a black, dark mass, oily maybe. Kind of a chameleon. He kind of, although the background in here is like mostly white because it's snow all around, it's so dark that this dark creature is hard to see. Oh yeah, Mundo, that is an awesome character that Kevin drew. That's so sweet. And I thought it was cool. I don't know if you saw it, Instagram. He put your actual image next to the character. Really, I guess that's the one he drew off of. It really looks like you. But to me, it looks like an older version of you. I think it looks older. It looks like you like 10 years from now, but it's pretty funny. In the comic, I guess you're a little older. Yeah, that like I told him when he was doing it, to me it looked like the Grand Theft Auto artwork. I really love that type of artwork. Really gives like a three-dimensional feel to it. Like his face really looked round to me. I could tell what Mundo really looked like from looking at that line sketch. Hey, thanks, Willard. Welcome. Thanks so much. Yeah, we were just talking about how my co-creator on the other comic book creation live show we did the other day actually drew Mundo, who's in the chat. He drew Mundo into our comic. Pretty awesome likeness. He drew Mundo in as a like a very stern bartender who doesn't take any crap from anybody. But this is a tremendous monster who just tore a bunch of people apart. Good thing Mundo's character is nowhere near this vicinity. This is just to kind of show at the beginning of the issue here what we're dealing with as far as alien monster roaming around amongst all the other problems that we have in Albatross Junction, in Quantum Heights, in all the areas of this world, this like kind of desolate world. Now we have this monster, which is like just terrorizing like small groups of wanderers. I'm really hoping Kevin's gonna have to ink this and color it. I'm just trying to put like extra in so Kev has some extra to do. Maybe he could make this smoke look really like nuclear. I want it to look like this fusion thing is what's causing. This monster just stepped on like a fusion reactor in the previous page, kind of smashed it. Hulk. This is like deep out in the world, into the wilderness of like near Albatross, so it's not really in Albatross yet. These people are kind of in between zones. The monster came upon them, and they didn't even know what they were dealing with. He tore them apart real quick. There's not much light here, so I'm hoping that Kevin could add some night stars up in the sky and just have a lot of light coming from the smashed fusion generator below. Sparks coming up and everything else, and giving some light off, and then lighting up this creature from below. So I was busy earlier just putting in these some of these shadows and such on his body. Now I have to do like face stuff. Face, nose, eyes. Maybe Kevin will make his eyes glow or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, especially when your first saber is a NeoPixel, right? Isn't this one of the first ones you're doing? And oh, you see one of my posts from the Custom Saber Shop or FX on the same subject? Yeah, I used to have some trouble early on to getting that NeoPixel stuff sorted out, and oh, believe me, I spent too much time on a single saber. I would like promise somebody, oh, this will only take me like 2 months, and then be working on that saber for 6 months trying to get it to work. Maybe making it too complicated for myself sometimes. Some of the early pixel stuff I did, I had like so many accent lights and all this stuff. Probably far too much complication for like early NeoPixel builds I was doing, but I was confident because I thought, oh, this has got to be, you know, this is easier than the string blades, right? It's only 3 wires. But now there were certain rules I had to understand. There was wires can't be crossed. That was like another thing when I was looking at your photo, Mundo, was that you know, those wires laying across the pads, even though they're insulated wires, I'm just not sure, like that could be causing interference. Like that's how finicky. Like all the wires have to be really separate. Cram food doesn't work as well with a NeoPixel. That's really good to have like a chassis, all the wires separated and like kind of like in an inline formation. When you're building a lightsaber, when you're building a NeoPixel lightsaber, that just kind of goes for any of the boards. I worked with PVC shroud before when I built like a curved Sith lightsaber in 2016, I think it was, and it used a Force Relics curved piece, which turns like MHS parts into a curved MHS part, and that was PVC. I had to alter a little bit for fitting, but as far as like making one from scratch that I used, no, I don't think I have. I've made I've done the interior in PVC before, as far as like creating a little chassis. But never for the outside. I've had PVC lightsabers. Like I think Ultra Sabers early on when I bought an Ultra Sabers RGB, it's like you had 3 buttons on the side and you pressed one for R, one for B, one for G. It was pretty cool, like early color mixing. And that entire hilt was made of PVC. I eventually sold that up on eBay or something. If I made a hilt out of PVC or with a PVC shroud, I'd probably call it plastisteel. Like in the Star Wars books, they call it plastisteel. Like I bet you if there was like a Glock in the Star Wars universe or some weapon like it, they would probably say it's made out of plastisteel. Maybe it gets through some kind of detectors. Yeah, there you go. Do or do not. My boss quotes that to me when I tell her I'll try. She says she quotes Yoda to me with that one. She understands. She gets it. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's cool. Well, part of your ranch where you hunt. So I guess there's some like wild land there. Yeah, Steve, you remember that type of saber? That was kind of fun to play with. You know, it wasn't very bright. I think it ended up being like 3 watts, or it's like a 9-watt saber, but really you're seeing 3 watts, if you know what I'm saying. It only took like AA batteries or something. It wasn't like, maybe it was AAA. It wasn't that crazy. Oh yeah, I mean, if you have access to it and you're going to paint the stuff anyway, especially it might be cool for like, you know, like if you were making like Mandalorian armor or something like that, you'd be using like PVC probably. So it's kind of like the same idea. let me know, you guys, if like, I don't know if you guys can hear this like music or if it's like annoying you guys or anything. I'll shut it or I'll raise it up or I'll do whatever. It's like I drew this monster so big, and now I don't have enough room to kind of draw my body that I wanted to on the ground, so I have to get over here. Yeah, there you go. Smoke your wacky tobacco, you play some trance music. You get the ideas at full speed, 180 beats per minute speed. And you freak out and you have enough shrouds for like 4 sabers when you're done. Steve knows how to do it. Yeah, there was one time I was playing Riders on the Storm, and it was like it had just started snowing, and it was pretty calm snow. And I was driving around. It was pretty good day. I used to like when it got like real cold around here. It doesn't really get that cold around here anymore. Like when it gets cold, you can kill everything. Maybe, I don't know. Well, not this new thing which they say survives like in the freezer and whatnot, but survives in the cold. But usually that was the thought. You know, you freeze out all the bugs, you freeze out everything, get cold. Next season, start new in the spring. But Yeah, I do think it's going to take a few more weeks as well. It's probably a case of things getting worse before they get better type of thing. I guess I'll have an opportunity in the next page to like show more carnage because it'll be more of a wide shot. But for now, this will have to do as far as gore. What's your curfew out there, Mundo? I think over here it's like 10 o'clock. I didn't know that. I was walking my dog the other night at like 10:30, and I came back. I was talking to my martial arts teacher with the phone, and he said, there's a curfew at 10. I was like, oh, I didn't know if that goes for people driving around, walking around, or just being out. I didn't look into it too much, but yeah, 10 o'clock over there too. I heard some of these states though they're not telling people to really quit anything or do anything different. I don't know. I heard some weird stuff on the news. Some people are having like parties. Okay, I think I'm getting closer here. Closer to being a little more finished with this page. I'm gonna do a little more with the hair. He's supposed to have beautiful hair. Yeah, we were actually thinking about this idea, Mundo. Like with the mom, there's this character who's the twins' mom. You guys haven't really seen her yet. Maybe you saw her in one of the videos. Kevin maybe doing a concept or something. But she has this chameleon ability, and we think like the Dybbuk here, this monster, does something like that too. So yeah, that's a good idea. It's like that all the sketches Kevin ever had of this guy, like the hair is just like, that's why I'm trying to make it crazier, because it just doesn't look as crazy as it should be. It should be like really wild hair, but I don't want to cover up my muscular drawing of this dude with all his hair. Yeah, it's kind of getting there though. It's kind of getting crazier. It's supposed to be kind of crazy. More blood on the snow here. Trying to get Kevin to understand there's got to be a lot of blood here. Guy's got some gnarly teeth. He needs to hit up some kind of Invisalign or something. Gnarly set of teeth. He's got like 4 layers of teeth. Apparently I scribbled in here as quick as possible in the first pass, and now I've punished myself with all these lines. I also want him drooling a little bit. He's got to be drooling a little bit. What kind of scary monster doesn't drool a little? Freezes right when it drools. He's got like fingers of steel. His fingers are weapons. Yeah, the Dybbuk ain't really playing around here. He's pretty ruthless. He or she. I think it's a he. Oh yeah, you're driving back from work, and what if you get pulled over, Mundo? And then they were saying on the news before how all these cops got the virus and stuff. You know, hopefully they will stay 6 feet back if you get pulled over. Yeah, the hair is like super cyan. I think it like. Did you guys see Superman 4 when they have like a picture, or not a picture, they have a sample of Superman's hair holding up a big, huge, like 1,000-pound ball. I feel like I always felt like the Dybbuk. I think I even said this to Kevin like years ago about this monster, that I felt like his hair was like as strong as Superman's hair. I think they even made that sun dude, like the bad guy who had the sun powers. I think they made him out of. Did they take Superman's hair? And yeah, they used the genetics off of Superman's hair to help make the sun, the bad guy, sun guy. Kevin's got to put some mean eyeballs on this guy or something like that. This guy needs some like glowing eyeballs. You got to get his eyeballs up in there somehow, glowing or something like that. Yeah, Superman 4: Quest for Peace. Yeah, once again, I'm just drawing off the page. Don't know why, just giving a complete drawing here. Some of the tiers on Indiegogo for Albatross Junction are going to include a page depending on the level of the tier. The page owner tier will have a number of pages available. Penciled page, like hand done like this, ready for inking. We'll do the inking digital, so some of the penciled pages will be available. Pre-launch campaign is up and running. That's just to leave us your email and also get some perks for being early to sign up, such as I think Kevin was talking about an 11x17 poster. That was his idea. My idea is some kind of trading card. So we'll see. Maybe both of those are going to happen. Maybe it's just a poster. I don't know. Maybe there'll be like 4 different posters, and you'll randomly get one of the posters. Maybe it'll be like a 12x18, something like that. Something that might have to be like folded in the package, and then you unfold it. The Red Sun. Is that what he was called, that bad guy? All right, guys. Well, that was kind of a short one tonight. Finished out this page. I think maybe there's a little more detail that I gotta get through. Let me pop that up on the screen one more time. This is the Dybbuk, our main monster, and he's attacked. He's attacked in the previous. He has attacked a party of people in the previous page. Previous page is this top panel. I could see him like ripping up a body. He's chewing on a leg. He's smashing their machine. And then in this page here, you just see like, you know, the devastation. And in the next page, you'll actually see him, you know, like jump out of here, and that'll be the title page where our names and stuff are going to be, information, the thanks, the credits, and the Dybbuk will kind of be jumping in the distance in that page. You'll see. This is the thumbnail. You see that, like, you see the bodies and stuff in the foreground, and then the Dybbuk's like jumping away. So that's the next page I got to do. And then we're actually into, like, right after that is a bunch of pages I've already done. So just to get through that will mean I'll be, even though that's like page 5, I'll actually be on like page 18 when I'm finished with that. So I'm pretty excited to make a big leap ahead once I get the next page done. So yeah, maybe this one needs a little bit more. Maybe wait for Kevin's input, or he'd probably say it was done. So if I could just get another, maybe if I can get another body in there, like by the Dybbuk's feet, I might try that. Getting another body in there might work. Superman Red Sun, that's the name of the movie. What is that, a cartoon? I'm really into some of those cartoons, like when they got them on Netflix sometimes, or Amazon, or sometimes I'll buy the DVD. Really into those like comic-based cartoons. They sometimes have the similar story as like a future movie. Like if you'd watch like the Iron Man cartoons before the Iron Man movies came out, they followed it. And I think there was like a Doctor Strange one that came out like a year before the movie that the movie kind of followed. It's you can gain a lot of like what's going to happen in the future movie sometimes by watching those cartoons. They kind of crib the story from the animated stuff sometimes. Check out albatrossjunction.com for more information on Albatross Junction. Also, we're going to be doing our next show on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing Albatross Junction drawn live by both Kevin and I think that's going to happen tomorrow night for number 39. By the time for Comic Book Creation Live number 39, and then by the time we get to Comic Book Creation Live number 50, we'll be on Comic Book Creation Live YouTube channel, its own YouTube channel. If you're interested in Albatross Junction and Comic Book Creation Live, please go and subscribe over there. We will be transferring more videos and stuff and creating new videos for that channel. I would actually have done this live show on that channel tonight, but I had to wait 24 hours before, like, I guess verifying that channel can do live streaming. So by the time we get to episode 50 of CBCL, Comic Book Creation Live, we alternate between this channel and Scott Cosme. His channel link is in the description here. And also the Indiegogo pre-launch campaign. If you can go there and just leave your email address, we won't bother you too much, just with some special updates about Albatross Junction and news about Albatross Junction. And I think that is it. So come back tomorrow night, probably like 9:30. That'll be Eastern time. And maybe Mundo will be getting back from work about 10 or 10:30. Unfortunately, work's kind of late, but we will Kevin and I will be here drawing. He will probably be coloring, and I'll probably be doing some more penciling for the next page, maybe the next sequence of pages, maybe some storyboards, some thumbnails. We'll have to see how that goes and where we're at. Last time Kevin was doing concepts like Mundo concepts, so I think tomorrow he'll probably be doing the continuation of like some of those colored pages that we've been working on lately. All right, so thanks again for checking out this video. In the description should be the previous Comic Book Creation Live links. Go check those out. We are doing the entire Albatross Junction comic live for you guys with your input, and sometimes your ideas will actually make it into to some issues. All right, have a good night. Be safe, everyone, and we'll be back here soon. I'll see you, Steve. See you, Mundo. Appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad you liked that Dybbuk drawing. Talk to you guys soon.